So when it comes to transforming into the person you want to be, the mental and emotional aspects of it are obviously really important, but the physical is one of the easiest things to change. And the way you dress and the way you present yourself can help you to step into that feeling and help you to become the person that you want to be. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Jills and I talk about all things feminine energy, self-improvement, and wellness for women. So if that's something you want to learn more about, be sure to hit the red subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss when I put out any new videos. The one thing that I have learned over the years is that it's important to dress and present yourself the way that you want to feel. And you've probably heard that saying where, like if you want to be a CEO, then you should dress like the CEO and look like the CEO. And I think that's the same with literally everything. And if you want to tap more into your inner feminine and bring that out more, then sometimes it can be so incredibly helpful to embrace that more physically and to feel more feminine from your beauty and your clothes and your looks and your appearance, all of that. It is not superficial or a waste of time to care about your appearance and want to present yourself in a certain way. And I really do believe that sometimes making these physical changes can be some of the most transformative things, I think. So definitely do not discount the physical aspect of helping you along in your journey. So with that said, here are some really cheap, really easy ways to instantly look more feminine and more attractive. The first way to instantly look more feminine is to show off this whole area right here. Your chest, your collarbones, even maybe your shoulders, your neck. I feel like this whole area is super it's a very underrated feminine spot on the body. That's just my opinion, but I think it's just very beautiful and kind of sexy, and it's kind of like a delicate, vulnerable spot. I think it's called décolletage. Is that how you say it? Décolletage. Décolletage. Is that right? I don't know, but I think you guys get the point. I just think that this area is so beautiful. If you are just covering up with big sweater, you just don't look quite as feminine. And so, especially in the summertime, I really like showing this area off. I think it's really pretty and just really beautiful. One thing that I actually do, especially in the summer, but I pretty much do it year round if this area is showing, is I will grab my highlighter stick and I'll just put some highlighter right here on the collarbones and just kind of rub it in. The highlighter I have is super subtle, so it's not crazy or anything, but it adds just kind of a little something extra and makes this area look a little bit prettier and a little bit more feminine. And of course you can add a little bit of jewelry, like a really delicate necklace or something like that, to kind of bring some attention to this area. I think maybe if you're wearing really chunky jewelry, then it might cover it up, but I don't know, I just think that it's such a feminine, sultry area of your body. Now, another big thing that you can do to look a little bit more feminine is to wear lipstick. It's funny, when I was a kid, back in high school, I used to do my full face of makeup, and then I would refuse to wear anything on my lips. I just hated it. And my mom would always be like, why don't you add some lip color or some lip gloss? But now I literally cannot stand having my makeup done and not having, at least something on my lips, even just a little bit of chapstick. I think that lipstick is just such a simple and easy way to look a little bit more feminine, a little bit more beautiful, and it can make you look so much more youthful and vibrant and glow a little bit more. And what's actually true is that having a little bit of color on your lips sends a subconscious signal to the opposite sex, and probably just everyone, I don't know, that you are healthier and younger and more fertile and all those kinds of things. So it really does, at a subconscious level, make you look more attractive. And this is such a simple and easy thing to do. You don't need 25 different colors. You really only need 1 or 2 good ones. So this is super cheap, super easy, and it is an instant way to make you look more feminine. And third, the next thing you can do to instantly make you look more feminine and more attractive is to smile more. But hear me out, because I know that that is an incredibly annoying statement to hear. I'm not saying to just fake a smile and put a smile on all the time and you're gonna look pretty. What I am saying is that when you're feeling happy, when you laugh, when you're grateful and you just feel chill, don't be afraid to show off your smile. Don't be afraid to smile. Don't be afraid to let other people see your smile. Don't hold back. Smiling is literally proven to increase your mood and to make you feel better, so that's a perk, but it also just makes you seem so much more attractive and so much more approachable. You know, if there were two girls sitting at Starbucks with their coffee and one was more relaxed and had a smile on her face and the other one was a little bit more tense and kind of had a scowl on her face, which one would you feel more comfortable going up to talk to? Definitely the one who's more relaxed and has a smile on, because they just emit a different energy, a different frequency, and people are drawn to that positivity. So again, I'm not saying that you should just fake it all the time. I don't agree with that approach, but I do believe that you should let yourself smile more. I think a lot of times we kind of feel like a little bit shy, maybe insecure, and we kind of hold back and hold ourselves in, but we don't need to do that. Let yourself smile. Let yourself have joy. Let yourself feel how good it is to just smile and relax. Showing off your beautiful smile is seriously one of the most feminine and attractive things that you can do. It has nothing to do with beauty or makeup or hair or anything like that. Everyone has a smile, and I guarantee you that if you start showing it off, you will start to feel differently. So next, let's talk about nails. Now, nails are one of those things where having nice hands, having nice nails can make you look more feminine, more attractive, but you don't really notice nails unless they're like a really bright, crazy color or you have crazy nail art or something like that. But you do notice them when they are all kind of gross and not taken care of, and there's hangnails everywhere and they're dirty. That's when you notice them, and that is very just not attractive. Feminine hands are nice and soft and delicate and well taken care of. And you know, think of the opposite, think of more masculine hands. They're very big and strong and probably not as well taken care of. They're probably not all nicely filed, and they might even be a little bit hairy. I don't know. I just think it's important to have well taken care of nails, and I have to admit, I have had a terrible habit of picking my nails since I was a very, very, very young child, and I've never been able to break it except for when I pay to get my nails done. That is the only way that I won't touch them. So that has worked for me, but I don't think that you need polish necessarily to look feminine. It does look really nice, but you don't need it as long as your nails are just like clean, well taken care of. That's really all you need. And another thing to make you look more feminine and attractive is good posture. And again, this is something I've always really struggled with, and I've noticed recently that this is because I have some really weak muscles in some areas and some tight muscles in other areas, and it's something I have been working on a lot over the past few months. But just standing up taller, having, you know, your shoulders back and your head a little bit taller can make you feel so much better, so much more confident and more powerful. And it does just make you look so much more attractive and more feminine. You know, when you're like hunched all the way over, does not look as great. You don't look as confident as you do when, you know, you stand up a little bit taller and bring your shoulders back. It really does make a big difference in how you feel and how you look. And again, it's a really, really easy thing to do. This is something you just kind of have to remind yourself a little bit over time. And as you keep doing it, as you keep reminding yourself, it will eventually start to become a little bit more natural. Now, another non-beauty, non-makeup one to make you look more feminine and attractive, and again, hear me out on this one, is to complain less. Now, I think it is incredibly important to be clear and communicative about your boundaries and what you want, and to stand up for yourself, absolutely. But I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the really silly, trivial things that don't really matter, that don't even really affect you. The things that you're just complaining about because you're crabby or you're in a bad mood or whatever. If you're feeling, you know, emotional or you're feeling a little bit angry, there are much healthier ways to release this anger or to release these emotions. You know, you can work out, you can cry, you can yell or hit a pillow. There are many other healthier options that you can do. Complaining all the time is just very unattractive, and it makes it so people don't really want to be around you. Not because they don't like you, but because that energy is just very dark and it's very draining. And the more you complain, the worse you're going to feel deep down. It doesn't help your energy or your vibration in any way. It really just weighs you down even more. People most of the time would rather choose to spend time with someone who has a lighter, more grateful energy than someone who has a dark, negative energy. All right, so I think we're on number 7. Next is eyebrows. So eyebrows are one of those things where you don't really notice them again unless they don't look very good. And you know, thank goodness to my mother, when I was 15 or 16, she took me to Sephora and got me my first eye pencil, because I have always had a very thin, very sparse, and kind of weird looking eyebrows, honestly. And I have been filling in my eyebrows since way before it was popular, way before it was a thing. I've been doing it since I was like 15 because I absolutely need to. It just makes my face look so much better. It completes my face, makes it look so much more symmetrical, and it just really frames your face and frames your eyes. And one of my favorite attributes about myself is my eyes, and so I think that having just nice, simple, clean eyebrows is one of the best ways to accentuate them. Even when I go out of the house without makeup, I still 90% of the time will throw on some eyebrow pencil just to make it look a little bit better. It's a super simple thing that it looks incredibly natural, and it just adds a little bit more glow, a little bit more symmetry to your face. So it's not a very, outwardly feminine or attractive thing, I don't think, but it just kind of helps to complete the look and is more pleasing on the eyes. So next, I think this might be a little bit of a random one, but I think another way to make you look more feminine and attractive is to exfoliate. Now, obviously, once you exfoliate, people are not going to be like, oh my gosh, you exfoliated, you look so beautiful and attractive. No, but it's one of those things that's incredibly subtle and will add just a little bit of, again, a youthful glow to your face, or if you exfoliate your body, even your body, and it can really help the quality and the health of your skin. Over time, your face really starts to build up a lot of gunk. So for me, exfoliating every 3 days or so has kind of been the sweet spot and has really helped me. It kind of just depends on how sensitive your skin is, but it really can make a difference in your appearance, especially if you are doing this regularly. And again, this is cheap. You can even make your own exfoliator. I used to do this for many years. All I did was I mixed olive oil with some ultra fine sugar, and I mixed it together, and I used that in the shower, and that was very gentle and was a really great exfoliator. I still do that sometimes. So you can even make this at home, but it's just a really easy way to add a little bit more of that youthful glow. Last but not least, let's talk about clothes. Now, this could be a whole video in itself. There's a lot of info that you can talk about here, but the way you dress has a big impact in how feminine and how attractive you look. Now, of course, if you want to look more feminine, there are always dresses. Dresses can definitely make you look more feminine, especially if they're a bit more flowy and they really kind of accentuate your shape, like the hourglass shape, that very stereotypical womanly shape. Those are always an easy bet to make you look more feminine. But there are also things like wearing more colors. Now, I know neutrals are very in right now, but wearing things like pretty blues or purples or pinks, those can definitely make you appear more feminine, or even things with really beautiful patterns that can work just as well. But things just like showing off your shape, maybe wearing some jewelry, maybe wearing some heels, these can all definitely make you look more feminine and more attractive. Even if you're wearing a black pantsuit, you can absolutely make this look more feminine by making sure that it's tailored and hits you in the right places and cinches your waist a little bit. You can add little heels, you can add delicate jewelry, you can add kind of like a silkier, more feminine blouse underneath. There are tons of things that you can do, little details that you can add to make you look more feminine and more attractive. You do not need to look like a Disney princess every single day. I still encourage you to embrace your own style and really wear like what makes you comfortable and what makes you feel good, and then just kind of add some feminine details from there. If you really want to start looking more feminine really quickly, then dresses are an easy way to do this, but they are by no means a requirement. Of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. You by no means have to do all of these things to be a feminine and attractive woman. These are just some ideas. At the end of the day, you do you, and don't be afraid to own who you are. If you're looking for some more guidance on your feminine journey, don't forget to check out these videos as well. And if you enjoyed this video, if you found it valuable, don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.